In this video, I'm going to build out a ChatGPT autoresponder. Now, this autoresponder is going to feel as if a human sent it out with some little tips and tricks that I'm going to kind of sprinkle onto my email. Because what you notice is for most businesses, in fact, I'm willing to take this bet up. If you call 10 businesses, 8 of them won't even pick up their phone. One of them will pick up their phone and be ready for business. And the other one that picks up their phone, actually they won't pick up their phone, they'll return your call and they'll say something like, in 4 weeks, hey, I just missed your call. I just wanted to follow up and see if that can help you with anything. But really only 1 out of 10 businesses will pick up their phone and be ready for business. The other 8 won't even pick it up. Now, you could try this with digital marketing companies. You could try with plumbing companies, roofing companies, framing company, any kind of company, AI consultancy company. They just won't pick up. That's just nature of the beast. Now they're busy, they got other things, or picking up, getting new business isn't that important to them. I don't know. It could be a million reasons. It doesn't matter. But in this video, I'm basically going to show you how ChatGPT will automatically respond to the email for you as if it's a real human being. So without further ado, why don't we dive into it? Here we're on our make.com dashboard. All we got to do is we got to click down to scenarios, and I'm going to use this one over here, YouTube. This is where I create YouTube content and I just post all my scenarios here. Create a new scenario. Well, let's think this through for a second. What do we want to do? So as soon as we get a message in our email saying maybe new lead notification, we want ChatGPT to be able to read that email and respond to it accordingly. If they say, hey, this is my name, this is my email, this is my number, I'm looking for somebody to build me a $6,000 a month done for you cold email system. And I want ChatGPT to read the email and send them something like, hey, it's Gurinder. I figured I'd just send you a quick little message. Then you know somebody from my team is going to give you a call in the next few minutes. Thanks, Gurinder, or whatever. Sent from iPhone. Sent from iPhone is a nice little touch to it. But I want it to be custom, because what if they ask other questions inside that email? So I need them to feel like, hey, this is a real human being sitting behind a computer, is sitting in front of his computer, within instantly he responded to you. So why don't we click on email here first, and let's just give you an example of what the email looks like. It'll look something like this. Ignore this part, by the way. So it'll literally look something like this. So this is the type of notification you get on your email, and we have to respond to this. So first thing we want to do is watch emails. And we want to click on all right, before you even do all that, you got to add your inbox in. Connection type is going to be, depending on what you have, is going to be Gmail. And all you got to click on is click on add, and then you'll be able to sign into an account. You don't got any two-factor authentication. All you literally got to do is just sign into the email and you're good to go, right? But I won't do that because I already have mine already set up. And I'm just going to use the one that's already existing. So let's exit out of here, click this again. And this is already working. And we're going to click on inbox for our folder. Criteria, all emails. Sender email, this is going to be my email, right? Because when somebody submits a form on your guys' website, your email is going to be sending to your email. So it's not necessarily going to be their email. So you have to ask them for their email. Recipient address. I'm going to use my email again, right? Subject line, this is extremely important. It's going to be new lead notification. So on your website, anytime a lead comes in, you'll be able to custom write the subject message. For me, I'll just write new lead notification. Phrase, we don't need any of that. Message marked as read when fetched. No, leave the message alone. And we want a maximum of 1 result. So, all right, I already sent myself an email, and I'm just going to pick the email I sent to myself today, which is the 19th, and I'm going to test it. Now, the reason why I want to run this module right now is because I want all the data. Because otherwise, if I click on, as an example, let's just click on Google Sheets and let's click on add a row, right? And again, this is totally for example purposes. I'm not actually going to do this. I'll delete it in a second. But let's just say we click on this. So what will happen here is if I try to populate the data, I will get nothing from the email. So I won't know what is what. What I like to do, I always like to run this module so I'll at least have an idea. So run this module only. We'll get the data from the email I sent today, and it's going to be right text content. Perfect. So the data is right here. And when I click on exit out of this, right, if I run it again, I'll actually have all the data available to me. So let's just click on a random spreadsheet. And now let's click on value. So as you can see here, I have all the data necessary. This is exactly what I want. But we do not need Google Sheets. That was just an example I wanted to share with y'all. What we want is OpenAI. So we get the email, new lead notification. Now we want ChatGPT to write a customized response to it. So where we're going to do that, I already logged into my OpenAI account. All you got to do is click on Open Help, and it'll basically walk you through exactly how to log into your Make account. Very straightforward, very simple. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to share my API keys. Now the model we're going to pick, this was probably, if you're watching this now, this is probably the best one, ChatGPT O. System, token, this probably 250 is probably fine, right? And now you could also look for examples on how to do this, but basically the first thing we want to do is we want to give it a system command. Well, what's his job? You are a an email assistant. This is perfect. Next thing we want a user. Well, what's his job going to be? You are to respond to incoming emails. I want you to give high quality responses. Be casual when communicating. Let's try this. It doesn't have to be the perfect first time around. You just got to keep iterating on it. So user, perfect. And also for next one, I'm going to write user. And I'm going to give an example of the data that I provided this form right here. So here's the typical type of data it's going to see. Right? This is fine. And then we'll go down here, we're going to type in assistant, and here's how I want you to respond to it. So let's just see what this person wrote. Hey there, I'm looking for someone to build out an email system for me. Can I speak to someone? His name is John. Hey John, just got your email. I'd be happy to help you out. I'll have someone on the team reach out shortly. Thanks. Gurinder, and again the special little touch, sent from my iPhone, I think is the correct way to do that. Okay, this is perfect for me. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to run this, but I'm going to tell it where to run from. Again, this is going to be today's email, right? And now, okay, let's the moment of truth. Let's run it and let's see what happens. Then after we fix up the ChatGPT, and we can start sending out the email. Hey John, thanks for reaching out. We'd be happy to set you up with a custom email system. I'll have someone from our team give you a call. Your name. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, I'm glad we caught it. So I don't like the fact that it said your name. Definitely a red flag. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on back on the module, and we are going to write. The only signature you can give in the end is going to be this one. So the only signature I want you to sign is the following. Okay, we're gonna run this again. Okay, we gotta choose where to start from, and the first email that I sent today. Okay, let's run it and see what happens. All right, first thing is done. Good. All right, now let's see the response. Hey John, just saw your email. I'll be happy to help. I'll have someone reach out. This is perfect. All right, all we gotta do now is respond to it. But we gotta make it look a little bit human, right? So what we'd probably want to do is have it wait a little bit. We would definitely want it to wait a little bit. Oh, but also I realized another problem is, remember, we're getting these emails from, like, if you look at the email, it's from my email address, it's to this email address. So how are we going to extract the email? Now we could run through a few different parsing modules and do all that stuff, or we could just have ChatGPT do it. So the next thing I want to run ChatGPT again, and I want to say, hey, I want you to extract the email from this response, and it'll just do that, and I'll be able to get the answer and just plug it in. So, okay, let's do the same thing again. ChatGPT 4.0, right? And I'm just going to say, now your job is to be an email extractor. So it's going to be system. You are an email extractor from responses. Right? So I'm going to add a message now, and I'm going to say user. I'm going to give it this example again, and I'm going to be able to pull out the email address because I'll just copy and paste that. So let's go back over here. Let's actually exit out of that. Okay, done. And I'm going to the assistant is going to be my email address because that's the only one that was in there. Okay, so why don't we run this module only. Okay, kind of got it. Okay, but I wanted to just give me the email address, nothing else. I want you to just give the email address and nothing else. Okay, let's run this module again. Okay, perfect. It used a different content that was already stored in there, but this is perfect. This is fine. All right. Next thing we want is now we want to actually respond to that email, right? So what we're going to do here, in fact, one thing I'll do is I'll actually name this, right? So I don't get confused. Email extractor. And this is going to be email autoresponder. In fact, we probably think of a better name. Email responder. That's fine. Perfect. Okay. So next thing is now let's actually send the email out. So we're going to go to email and we're going to say create a draft. Or should I say, that's fine. Just create a draft. You send it out. It's really the same thing. It doesn't really matter. To who are we going to send this to? Okay, we are going to send this to this person. The subject line, we could say, just got your message. Just, hey. Nah, in fact, I'm going to start writing that. Just write, just got your message. In fact, should we do lowercase to make it look more real? Okay, so the content is going to be this right here. This is perfect, and that's their email. All right, and folder I'm going to put it in is going to be draft. Okay, I think we're basically good to go. And now what we're going to do is we are going to send an email similar to this. Let's see what happens. So this is going to be, I'm just going to send to my email address again. New lead notification. Now let's change the name over here. Robert Williamson. What he wants is going to be a $8,000 cold email system. Right, his email is going to be, well, it doesn't really matter actually because this is going to be saved to drafts, not like it's going to be sent out. And now his message is going to be, hey there, I'm looking for someone to help me with my email, with my cold outreach system. Somewhat simple, right? Can I book a meeting with you? Okay, perfect. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose where to start from now on. That's perfect. Okay, so now it's basically going to be looking for some data, and we're going to send this through. Perfect. Email got sent. New lead notification. Yeah, that's fine. Make sure it's the one. Yeah, it's right. It is Robert Williamson. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to check the draft folder and see if an email was delivered. Hey John, thanks for reaching out. So I could definitely help you with that. Let's find some time. We can go over it. Can you know what days work for you best? This is perfect. And that's gonna be in the draft folder. So one of the things I just did here, I want the emails to be on a different break. I want the lines to break, right? I said, hey, remember to add new lines when appropriate. So it's gonna go down. This is exactly how I want the content. In fact, you could just type in one end is probably gonna be fine. Right, you could save that, and then basically we are going to run it. Save that, and in fact, I'm actually gonna change something really quickly. I don't like how this looks. Just got your message. New lead notification. That looks fine, right? And then basically come down here, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna run it now. I'm just trying to think. I want to send myself a brand new message, right? So actually that's fine. We're going to choose where to start from, select the email. You could just write from now on and then save this, and then it'll just start running automatically as long as you turn it on. It'll check for new emails every 15 minutes, or you could do it instant. It's completely up to you. Right, so go back here. I mean, this is fine. Choose where to start from, select an email, and the most recent one. Right, and now what you're going to do is you're basically going to run it. Moment of truth. Okay, now let's check the response. Hey John, just got your message. We could definitely help build out an email system for you. Let's set up a time for a quick call to discuss exactly what you need. I'll have one of our team members reach out to you soon. Thanks. Gurinder, sent from my phone. Perfect. It looks like it was a reply to a new lead notification. This is perfect. It's exactly what we want. And basically now what we're going to do is save it. And I am actually going to export it, and then I'm going to be pasting it onto maybe Gumroad or something like that for free, where you could download it, plug it in, connect all your necessary accounts, and basically you have a AI respondent, if I'll give it a better name, ChatGPT AI email responder. Okay, perfect. Thank you for watching.